Day 21 on my journey to 2000. I haven't shaved, but I'm gonna shave tomorrow, and we have 3 games to go over here. I know you guys all wanted to know that I'm gonna shave tomorrow, so I had to mention it, you know. So the first game here is against the 1500, and I go into the Karo Khan, which I still have to study more of. I think starting tomorrow, I keep saying this, but starting tomorrow, I'm gonna study positional play, or I'm gonna start watching YouTube videos on like when to move the f7 pawn, the f pawn, because that's something I'm really curious about, the understanding and middle game tactics and stuff. Middle game stuff is gonna have to do with positional play, but anyway. So here I move my queen there. I don't know why I do this move. I'm trying to be like different. I know that the best move is here because I've played against this. I've played in this manner like multiple times. The reason why this actually doesn't work is because you double your pawns and it looks very awkward, and it's actually neutral here. I'm guessing, right? The other reason is stuff that I probably don't understand. Anyway, the knight comes here because I'm just thinking I have to develop more pieces, and I don't see, you know, I'm thinking, oh, if I threaten the queen, he'll be scared or something, and I don't really see this taking with the knight as a thing. Thankfully, I spent a full like almost minute here, and I realized I could move the king, and he has no way to actually check me. Like none of these, like he could come here to check, but then I still take the knight, and this is defended. And let's say he tries to attack this, I could probably just run away somewhere, you know? And it looks crazy, but it looks like everything is defended. So I like calculate all of that. I decide to move my king. He doesn't check me, even though that was the best move. And I think, oh, that's a great time to develop my bishop. And that's looking mighty nice. But first, let me bring my knight back, because in this scenario, this looks a little scary. Apparently, it wasn't scary. I could have came here to defend the knight. And if something like this attacking it, then I could bring it back, and I guess I could reroute it like this, and the knight defends this square, and I don't know. But whatever. I don't see that. I see this knight move, and it's so funny. I see he could take me like twice here, but I go for this crazy plan of just, because I have 3 minutes left here, of coming here. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna have to spend resources there, and then I could take the pawn. And I actually calculate all that, and it happens. And it wasn't that amazing, but it looked and felt really cool because I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I don't know. It felt cool. Then here, again, I'm like ignoring this move. And I think I'm ignoring this move because I'm scared that he could just like check me. And then, I don't know. I'm thinking, what do I do after this? I don't really understand what I should do after. Apparently, I come here to the middle of the freaking board, which is also like a crazy concept. And, yeah, I could trade and just keep playing. But I don't do that. He castles. I bring the rook over, and then I push the pawn. And oh, I'm so happy I got this best idea. Again, the idea is just to, you know, get the center to try to take control. It supports my other moves. And it's kind of an annoying move to deal with, right? He can't really take this. My king could also kind of go safely away. And it feels like this pawn's actually like annoying the queen from coming into the position. It felt like a really nice move. He takes, so I take. He takes with the queen, and here I come in with my rook. And the point of this, to do all that, I also calculated that if he takes, I could actually sack my rook to win the bishop, because he can't come here. Look at this, Jesus Christ. He can't come here because the knight covers and the bishop, and he has no way of defending this this bishop. Because I'm going to be threatening his queen, and that's exactly what happens, and I win the bishop. And the rest of the game, he just, you know, he blunders his queen, and it's pretty much it. There's mate in 3, but I'm too stupid, and I don't want to take risks. I have 50 seconds left. Like, will I win this game? 46 seconds left. I can't really make this dramatic. That's enough time. I just bring my queen close, and I'm like, I'm not going to stalemate. Let me just bring my king all the way. The funny thing is, I should have let him make a queen. That would be so savage. And then deliver mate. But I took the pawn just not to, I don't know. And then I got the mate. So that was kind of a cool first game. The second game here, we go into the Scotch, my favorite opening, which I suck at. And again, I'm trying to reinvent the wheel. I think this is the lesson for today. I keep trying to play like these weird moves that I normally wouldn't. I would normally just bring the queen back here so I could castle and it doesn't get targeted very easily. But I bring it here and it becomes really messy and weird. And I bring my bishop because I feel like I committed my queen there. And apparently he's supposed to just keep the tension and ignore it and I guess bring the bishop here, which would be annoying and kind of make me undevelop my pieces while he gets into the game. And That's my assumption. Takes, and makes my queen move like twice. I'm moving away and then I move back. I guess that's the reason. It's not a good move, but it's still neutral here. You know, it's still neutral. And here taking with the pawn, this is pinned. It felt weird, but it was the right move. And when he castled this way, I don't know, I felt like I had an opportunity to do something. This is where things get interesting. I start pushing all my resources here, and then I try to block. Apparently, I could just break through this position. And the idea here is that I'm just getting in and like threatening mate with the queen and bishop combo. So I did not see that. I saw this move getting the rook to move, but I didn't see what the significance of it was. I didn't realize it also stops the pawn from pushing forward, which allows me to get in with the queen. Because now the queen can't cover the A file, right? So instead of that, I kind of fight on this side because I feel like I'm winning and I just want to take care of everything here. Again, like look at this, right? If I did this and he came back here, then what? Apparently, I just continue with this plan. I continue, like I could even sack this, which is crazy because this is mate. And I think he has to, okay, I thought maybe he would have to sack something, but apparently he doesn't. Very interesting. You know, I didn't look through all of this during the game, but I guess I keep the insane amount of pressure here. And instead of taking, which I'm assuming would still be winning, it is, but not as much. I just keep the pressure and I try to like break into the position. Like how crazy does this look? This looks crazy to me. And I guess this rook has that open file. That's why it works here. Like I wouldn't see this, you know? This is some crazy stuff to see. Like now what? Huh? D5. Oh, because the rook covers. It's like, what? So yeah, you're just putting insane pressure and your king is pretty safe, even though there's not much in front of it. Again, I didn't see any of that. And over here, I move the rook. And I get this open file, but I kind of see it this way. Oh, if the pawn moves, I get the queen. And I could also, if this rook moves, I could check and trade queens, and I'm up a pawn, or maybe even take with this pawn. It's going to be close to promotion. He moves the queen back, giving me this perfect moment to push my pawn. If he takes, he loses his queen. He can't take here because it's pinned. And this threat is potentially coming. Now it's not covered, so it's not defended, so it can't be coming. But I could kind of keep things under wrap there. And this was a move before to bring my other rook into the position, which would protect the pawn coming in, right? So whatever, like there's stuff, let's say like he comes here, there's probably, I could pin it, and it just looks like a crazy position where I'm putting so much pressure. Instead of all that, in 3 seconds I say, oh, free pawn, I'm winning. And I don't recognize that this comes with check, attacking my rook, and that's it, it's game over. So let's assume that my rook was here instead, and the position was almost equal. Now, this is an okay move. Still not the best move, but then it's an okay move. And I think I had to understand that pushing this pawn was just the move to do. That I have to force black to be on the defensive and then kind of carry on with my own plans. Like carry on my wayward son, you know? So I didn't see that. Like, look at that. Jesus Christ. That's some crazy stuff. Pushing the pawn has access to the, like, just crazy. So I end up losing this game. After I hung that, I was like, look, I friggin' put my queen down. I just gave up. That took me 9 seconds, and I just lose that game. That was just a bad game. Last game of the day, okay? By the way, I'm playing with pretty high accuracy, so even though, like, I'm paying more attention, I think, from just what we've been reviewing, like 85%. And this game, I just made one huge blunder. I was playing, oh. Yeah, we're gonna ignore that one. And this one was 81.6, you know? So, kind of cool. This game was the 4 Knights game, Scotch Variation, accepted. I don't really know it well. I don't know why I didn't go for this. I don't like it for some reason, I guess. I thought maybe to develop the bishop, maybe that was the idea. And here I thought I'm pinning it and I'm doing something. Stupid me doesn't realize I'm not really doing anything. And look at me trying to defend and trying to... I had a checkmate thread, and he obviously saw it and blocked, but I'm like, okay, maybe I made a hole. And yeah, I just didn't play this well. If my king was castled, so let's assume something like this. Maybe this is... Yeah, you see, this is a much more neutral game because I'm threatening mate. And now he has to kind of block the mate, and this knight is kind of forced to stay there for the time being, right? And I could keep this pressure up and maybe bring my rooks into the game, blah, blah, blah. But I gotta castle my king. I don't do that enough sometimes. And here I try to push, and I'm trying not to trade because I'm down material, and I'm trying to put a lot of pressure in the game. And here, I actually saw this move to double my rooks and put a lot of pressure, but I didn't see what do I do after that, right? Because I don't want to just make moves without understanding what the next step is. And I didn't see what to do next, because if I take, the bishop takes, if I take, the queen takes, if I take, the king takes. It just doesn't make sense. And I can't really put my bishop here. He just takes it. He still has eyes on that square. You know, I mean, I would love for my opponent to take this pawn, because then I could block off the bishop. Like, I had this idea, and I thought that was really clever, but he never took the pawn. And apparently the engine says it was shit anyway. So this is what happens. Game continues. Very complicated position here. And he tries to trade again. And here again, my move was to come here. I'm pressuring so many things. Like, his rooks have to stay connected. At some point, I might be able to take this with check. I don't do that, though. I bring the queen here. He brings the rook to an open file, and he attacks. And this move was so confusing to me, because my opponent, like, oh, I guess he had so little time, I didn't realize. I was like, what is the point of this move? You're just attacking the bishop. You're giving me a free pawn. And I just took it, because I'm like, is there a real threat here? Is this a threat? No. Is this a threat? No. Because then the rooks, like, defend the pawn. Like, there's nothing going on here. Is this a threat? No. All right, so I'm really confused by his play here, and he doesn't even go for the free pawn here. And after the bishop comes in, I see like that. I just see it, and everything kind of opens up. He blunders a queen for some reason, and I win the game. So those are my 3 games of the day. Kind of a short video for today, and tomorrow I think we're gonna have some more games. Sorry, I think I wore this shirt twice. If you actually stuck around this long, say Ben. Say Ben in the comments so I know. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna get to 2,000 soon, hopefully. Well, no. It doesn't matter how long it is. We're gonna push towards it, right? All right, have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.